away. Little pieces of their bodies blowing in the window. Bombs away. Bruv always needs his coffee. I run on caffeine and dreams. Welcome back, Odie. Thanks for reminding me that I should stream. I got very preoccupied with life. It's been a crazy week. Your boy officially has clientele for his business, so I've been coding up a storm for money, which has been really cool. So I love you guys. I make no money off of this yet, so your boy's got to pay the bills. How you doing? Happy Friday. Hope your Friday is as happy as my happy Friday is. I'm debating what to play. I haven't played CrabChampions or Risk of Rain in a minute. Yeah, welcome, Odie. Welcome to the brand spanking fresh stream. Hot, served on one of those, not even a plate, served out of the cast iron pan, fresh out of the oven stream. Let's see. Ugh. So, one of the things I was talking about recently, I have my to-do list over here. Well, bam. One of the things I really needed to focus on for the board game is energy and displaying it properly. If we look at the front end, we did a little bit of work. Got to run track. Good. Run. Get that cardio in. I went to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for the first time in like 2 weeks. I feel so good getting some energy out, fighting some dudes. Do what you gotta do. Extracurriculars are amazing for college apps, and also you should care about your body. Great googly moogly. One of the things that we focused on yesterday was refactoring our battery builder and our factory builder. So this React component is our player mat. Now, if I bring up the game, yep. If I bring up the game, it's not going to load because I don't have enough players playing it. So let me just show you where we're at and what we did yesterday. Grab one more of these screens. I hyperlinked the lobby, which is cool. I'll scoot this over here. Cool. If I move over from right monitor webcam to left monitor webcam, there's a lot of junk here. What was that one word we created on stream and I spoke a whole new language? Oh, God, I would have to dig through Discord. Let's see where we're at. I don't know. What word did we come up with? Dang. I don't know. I know you posted all the lyrics for that one YouTube shit post. If you remember, let me know. I'll keep it going in the back of my brain. So where we're at, also I gotta turn on the server. where we are at is we can join the game. And when I hit, join lobby, there we go. Go to blue, join lobby is blue, join lobby is red. Hit start game. This is the main thing that we worked on. So instead of these energy pieces being number representation, we moved over to an array of characters. So each of these energy blocks, this is a Y, this is a Y, this is a B, this is a B, this is an R, this is an R. Almost at the track. Well, no matter how long you have with us, Odie, I appreciate you swinging by. If you have any more classical music recommendations, would absolutely love to get some background music for the stream today. But otherwise, I hope you have a good time. Ugh. Ooh. Masayoshi Tanaka. Rainbow Goblins. All right. So what we're doing here is I would like now to have a payment portal between hitting an action and purchase so that I can select what I'm using to pay for whatever. So this is a YY. I'm thinking of some sort of pop-up modal that says, all right, you want to perform an action, pay for it. So there would need to be an intermediate piece of middleware. And this would... what would it do? And if I'm looking at my front end... Adios, Odie. Thanks for swinging by. Appreciate you in chat. Have a good time at track. So if we look at Backer Builder, PA Builder, this is all the player's state, which is being chugged along by the context. This, I could just be passing in player state, or realistically, I only really need to pass in the player ID, and then I can grab the state from the context, because I don't believe player state's used anywhere. Yeah. Oh, fuck it. I don't need to deal with that right now. The main thing that I need to deal with is this. So I have my hand UI. Show hand. And it has my cards along with the state information from the cards. So, what am I looking to do? Oh, that's lovely. Should we just meditate real quick? Do love a meditation. This is kind of a mess. So you know what we're going to do? We're going to X out of all of this. And we're going to start fresh, because sometimes I just get overwhelmed. I don't need all this stuff.
A long time ago, there was a hidden valley called the Valley of the Rainbow, where the animals lived in peace. This valley was the only place in the land which had never known the fear of the 7 goblins. Each goblin was named after his own color: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, and violet.
All right. So like I said, I would really like if I'm looking at the board 3D, so this is where all the actions happen. Do you notice something here? Socket.emit. Realistically, I only need one function here. And this could be client action in value. Because every single time I'm pushing per player, it would be nice to have a singular function here. It would be nice to have a singular function here, because then I could essentially have quote-unquote middleware. I could have a function run every single time. Because I don't select what energy I'm using to pay for something. So I'm thinking of a very simple... Ugh, I probably have to draw this up. Let's bust out GIMP! New 920, 1080, sick. Like I said, I want some sort of modal. How do I draw shapes? Crop tool, fuzzy tool. Excuse me. So I need some sort of modal. Fill the area with white. Bust out leaks, Spartan bold. I don't think I need to do that. Okay. Payment modal. And then I need something like factory, and I can have 4 drop downs, I guess. Battery, carbon. Why? Each of these will be in conjunction with a drop down. So it's going to be something like that. I need a... Get over here. There we are. How do you rotate in MS Paint? Oh, I can just do an up caret. Okay. Bam. I'm thinking of just like a... You rotate? Yes, you are. Just pull a full 180 right there. I could say 0, I guess. Something like this. Now this doesn't have to be anything crazy. Crazy. But just something like that would be nice. So this goes 0 carbon. We'll have a button at the bottom that says pay. Something like this. At the end of the line. I hope not. Merge down. Something like that. The battery will have the same thing. It's not great, but it'll work. And then I can start paying for things. Which would be cool. Paying for things is cool. It's been a nice thing about working with clients. I get to pay for things again. So it's going to be a number. It's going to be an arrow for adjusting it up and down. And the amount you can adjust it up and down will be correlated with, not correlated, it will be entirely related to Get out of here. Get out of here. Deactivate the selection. Copy, paste. Sick. I can delete you. There we go. Okay. I think that's an acceptable modal. And I can also copy. Bring this down. I can say cost. I'll say 2, and then you dink each of these until you eventually come up with the number. And this will be a button over here. Okay. Something like that. Payment modal. Now I can say like selected. Nope. I hate. Ugh. VS Code, the binding is Control Shift Z to undo or redo. GIMP it is. Control Y, as in control Y. Control what's wrong with you. Alright, that's a basic modal. Welcome to anyone new swinging by. I'm working on a UI element for a board game that I'm making. Just gonna play a quick little haha on my fiance right there. Okay. I mean, that's something. I think it would be good to make this, make it on, what's the phrase? It would be good to make this on the lobby page, or the main login page, and then move over the modal. So that it is, it's a good phrase for it. It's a little tough to describe, but what I'm trying to say is I want to have an easy way of looking at and modifying this UI element. So I'm going to put it in the section of my game where I don't have to log in and start the game playing, so that I can fudge and futz with it there. Because this, if you look at how this breaks down, this is a header, 1 div, 2 div, 3 div, 4 div. 4 rows stacked on top of each other in the shape of a column. This is a P. This is a character, and this is a integer selector based off of your current state. Same thing here. Yeah, I guess this C is redundant for this. It makes sense for the energies. But based off of the whole payment object that you're sending for whatever action you're taking, that's what will be deducted from your player's state. So this will be a button. This will be one text with a modifiable React hook. Same thing here. Okay. So we're going to do a similar thing to how the hand UI works, which shows up over here. Show hand. Now, show of hands. Who here knows what my show hand function does? That's right. It changes this modal from false to true. And show hand modal. And when the modal is being shown, it shows up somewhere around here. Where are you? Show hand modal. This should be rendered somewhere. Show hand modal. Here it is, right at the top. So we're going to use a very similar methodology here and have a payment modal, which is going to be more or less a copy of the season cards. Player state array. So we just need the player state, and that's going to be just going to be equal to player state array, player to player ID. Don't need you. Play card with ID. Don't need this. Needs the cost. So whatever action we're playing, I need to set a hook of what this thing costs. Show payment modal. Show payment modal. It's going to complain that that doesn't exist. Close payment modal. And it's going to complain that those don't exist. And yeah. Play card with ID. I guess I can have another hook that's just cur cost. I need a B. B-R-B. Alright, I need to make a duplicate of the hand modal. We'll call it the payment modal. Oh. Player. That's not much. A silent hell. Love me some Silent Hill. Hope we're all having fun. All right. So, like I said, I have designed a quick and dirty UI to pay for whatever action I'm trying to commit to the server. Got all this stuff, factory battery carbon, so this will be one header row, and that's easy. This changes from state information to payment. Yeah, payment's fine. And now I need some unordered lists. I don't really need an unordered list. I really need 3 divs. Div 1, 2, 3. And they need to be as follows. These two will be mapped from my player state. So this comes, I need the on close, I need show payment modal. Okay, do I? Can I show you? Yeah, show payment modal is not even on there. So I don't need this either. But I will need this as a this has to be a hook. Dang. Sup? Welcome to the stream. Good to have you, Rupon. Welcome. We are updating the UI a bit for my board game. So in the upper left-hand corner, I'm going to just scoot that over here and shrink it down a little bit. There we go. That way we're not taking up all that code space. I am reformatting the way payment happens because there's essentially, now this doesn't happen most of the time, but there's 5 different types of energy that you can pay for actions within my game. There are the energy of your color, the energy of your opponents, so that already brings it up to 4, and then there's carbon. So I want to be able to select whenever I'm paying for something which energy I'm using and from where. So I have this very, very basic B. Voila. modal that I'm going to be implementing. So the first one is I'm going to need to say factory, colon, and then battery, colon, then carbon, colon, and my props are going to be, I don't need the show payment modal because that's already conditionally rendering the modal right there. On close, close payment modal. This will be payment modal, which I need to import at the top, and modal, import payment modal. And I did not change the name here. So I need to declare it, and I need to export it. There we go. Payment modal from payment modal. Close payment modal is not an action, so same thing. Set show payment modal. Close payment modal, and that's right there. Close payment modal. Now I need, like I said, I don't need this because this is taken care of by this condition. Now I need my state, and I need my action cost. And I like copy and pasting. I know it's a little bit basic B behavior, but it guarantees that everything's box standard between what I'm writing and what I'm getting. So I have my player state, and on my player state I have let's see. I have 4 available energy types available to me based off of my player's state. So if I go back to the server, it looks like this. Factory energy R, battery energy R, which I can get FR is my player state dot factory energy array. Same thing goes for bar. Bar. Player state dot battery energy array. Const car is going to be my player state dot carbon reserve. Player state dot carbon reserve. Sick. Cool. So now I need to map both of these to a char and a some sort of selector plus integer selection field with upper bound amount energy and lower bound of 0. And this can be another prop. So selected action cost is going to be a hook for the payment modal stuff. Set selected action cost. This will be another hook. And then I want const selected payment. this will be nil. And this will be use state. This will be an empty object. That's the line right there. Always give yourself something to laugh at later down the line. Little breadcrumbs. Makes it way easier. So that's the first three. Modal content. I think I already took care of this in hand modal. Modal content is... never mind. Modal flex. Welcome back, Odie. How was track? If you're done, are you on a break? Where you at? So I want display flex direction. Went well, awesome. What do you run? Do shot put? Do you do pole vault? Do you do run like a dummy? That was aggressive, I do apologize. Alright. Well, let's just try this out for now. And just make sure we know where we're at. Cool. The app's still loaded. Awesome. I'll switch back to the left. I don't have a button to launch it, so let me make that real quick. We will say show hand, show payment. And this will be turns out I wasn't the only one not running much during spring break, because I saw another kid on my team there and her mom told me grandma he wasn't running much either. Think you're gonna start pole vault. Nice. Should be fun. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and I've been out for a week to multiple weeks. I am not really sure. I've just been working like a dog, and it's really nice just to put in some work. Feels good to be back. And this is show payment modal. Show payment modal. And this is a temp thing. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Show payment modal. Show payment modal. Alright, I broke something somewhere. Function. Okay. At constructor. Show payment modal. Alright, I broke something somewhere. Oops. Let's just try to... Oh, boy. So, funny thing, you can't name two different things in your program the same thing unless you overload it, but don't even worry about that right now. This is called show payment modal. This variable is called show payment modal, and that shows up all the way up here. These are fighting with each other. So if I just say show payment modal, please. Show payment modal, please. And I'm gonna bring it back. This is my program yelling at me. Well, bam, fixed. And only hooks can only be used within the canvas component. That's different. I think being able to yeet myself in the sky with a pole and fall like 10 feet to a mat would be a lot of fun. It is! It sounds like a lot of fun because flinging yourself through the air is a ton of fun. I love doing it on my snowboard. But take that from a person who nearly broke all 206 bones 3 times each today. How? How did you manage to fuck up that bad where you almost broke every bone in your body? Thrice? Alright, I'm just gonna... Oh, God. This is not happy with me today. Okay. Alright, it works magically. F it! Whatever. Show payment. Cool! The modal shows up. That's all I wanted to see. Which means... close. First, I want to see if I can do this. Make a div. Classic. Not dive. Not dive. Div. Try this. I just want to see what happens when I jam this in a div. Save information, show payment. Nope, I hate that. Going back. Going back. So now I need to display... Now I need to display player state. Oh, I need to display fire. And since this is JSX, if we wrap a variable in curly cues, it shows up magically. Dire, fire, and Kyre. This isn't smart. Like, I'm naming these variables like this because they make me laugh, but I'm going to be very frustrated 6 months from now, wondering what the fuck I was thinking. Alright, hang on. Another response from Odie. I fell off a rope like 7 feet up and nearly shattered my ankle. Nice. Then I fell head over heels off something that spins real fast. IDK. Nice. Well, sounds like you didn't completely break everything. Although if you're this accident prone, I don't know if pole vaulting's the right career choice for you. Maybe consider something a little lower to the ground so catastrophic failure doesn't result in you just turning into goo. I mean, if you were a paraplegic, you'd probably hang out and stream more. But please don't do that for my sake. Alright, if I hit show payment, nothing. Assigned value never used. So, I'm going to save, and this will dynamically reload the page. I'll hit show payment. Way! Hey! So I need for every character displayed in the factory and battery. Ugh. Ugh, I hate computer science sometimes. What I want to do, and the best way to do anything in computer science, if you can describe it in plain English, you can figure it out. I need to, for every char in fire and Bayer, tally up how much I have of each. create an HTML label and selector. With 0 floor and num seal. All right. So, and now I'm gonna need a function. Create energy selector. And this will take an array I beat myself up on a daily basis, not because I want to hurt myself, because I believe pain makes you stronger, just not too much. You might want to consider a martial art then. Like, I love Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. It's a little pricey, but, or wrestling actually. Wrestling really feeds into the skill set of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu well. There's a guy in my gym who's younger than me by probably half a decade, but he wrestled all throughout high school, and he is killer on the mat. And if you like pain, oh boy, BJJ is where pain is at. Fire and bar. Alright. So this is a cool thing I can do. So with React, I can return HTML either in this functional component, or I can create a function that returns HTML into a return. Returnception. So I'm going to create my energy selector. There. I'm going to drop fire into it. And I can wrap this in curly cues. And eventually this will return my HTML. So this will be my energy array. And fell off a rope 7 feet up part was on purpose to see what would happen. You're a real Isaac Newton, Odie. Newton would be proud. Why wait for the apple when you can be the apple? Good for you. Physics, firsthand. Alright, we'll see. I have another div down here, which will be cost. Costa. Cost, selected action cost. And selected. That'll be another thing. Let's see. Guess this can be a hook. Oh, so this will be payment amount? Whatever. We'll just call it selected. You need good names for stuff so that you know what you're looking at. Payment tally. Set payment tally. Use state not defined. Grab use state from React. Drop it in. I always like to go top level imports from my project, and then style as my cascading. It doesn't matter what your organizational strategy is, but you gotta be consistent with it. If it's different organization per file, you're just gonna get lost in the sauce. Am I cool yet? God, I'm gonna be 30 this year. Whew. He just gave me the idea to go back there in an apple costume and jump off again. Look, I'm not encouraging you to do this, but if you do, please film it and put it on the Discord. No, I don't condone. I want to clarify, make it clear. I don't condone you falling from almost story height. I don't care if your body is young and you can repair it easily. Please don't break your limbs. You're gonna need those. They come in handy. I can grab things. Look, limbs are super useful. Coding. Great for limbs. So I want to say whenever... So it takes an array of chars. We'll JS doc this. Hello! What am I working on? I am turning my board game. It is that one right there. And I am turning it into a web app. So it is NodeJS on the back end. Gonna be probably a MongoDB on the database side of things, and a React front end with ThreeJS to render my 3D models. Could that actually be a new quote? Why wait for the apple when you can be the apple? Of course. Print it. Let's put it on a t-shirt. The main thing I'm working on right at this very moment is there's multiple ways to pay for things in this game. Let's say I say buy a battery, store energy on the battery. That doesn't show up because there's currently two things happening right now when it comes to energy flow in this game. The energy needs to be represented by an array of characters because these don't have to be yellow. So if I'm looking just at this board right here, I have factories. I can have up to 6, and every single time a news card is flipped at the start of everyone's turn, your energy is replenished. But it doesn't necessarily have to be replenished with your color. It could be yours, it could be blue, it could be red, or it could be green. And so you need to specify which color energy is going where, and then that also has the caveat of when you buy stuff, you got to specify which energy you're using. So that's the problem we're trying to solve right now. Whew. So create energy selector. I have my energy array. Array of chars specifying what color energy my Sometimes I feel like my brain just trips. It was there, it was running, and then here, let me entertain you children real quick. Check this out. Ya boy can solve a Rubik's Cube. Oh, I'm out of focus. I'm not actually solving it right now, I'm just shuffling it up. I do remember when I was making the knife. You want me to make more knives? I will have to pick up Mrs. Sporp probably in the next 40-ish minutes. So I don't have time to do one today, but if there's a cool knife you want me to make, we can peruse Thingiverse. So, to solve a Rubik's Cube, you first make the cross. You then fill out the corners. Wabam. Wabam. I feel like a weight's been lifted off my soul. It's always been a dream of mine to complete Minecraft. I'm glad you were there for it, Odie. Oh. So then you solve the middle layer. So the bottom solved and up to the middle layer solved. Then you gotta get that top cross, and you gotta align these bits right here. And you do this algorithm, and algorithm just means repeated set of actions for a determined outcome. And then you just gotta solve the last two corners. Wha-bam! Rubik's Cube. Okay, back to work. I need a button that says pay. And this will... So I'm going to need two props passed in. One's going to say selected action cost. And what did I say? Payment tally? I guess payment tally is okay. Selected payment. Sure. So I'm going to need this. I'm essentially going to make an object, and then I'm going to send it over to the server, which will then process A, is this enough to pay for the selected action cost, and then perform the action, deduct the money from the player. Deduct the money from the player, then perform the action. The order does matter. Please. All right. Selected action cost. I need my selected payment. And I think I do need a callback function here. BRB, me and my grandma about to grab some ice cream. Heck yeah. Dude, grandmas are the best. I love my grandmas. My grandmas be chill. Hope your grandmas be chill too. Alright, what are you complaining about? Oh, right. So for props, you need to A, specify what they're going to show up as, and B, what they are equal to. So I just added this new prop. Select payment, selected payment. That's not right, Sporp. It's not selected payment. It's set selected payment. Big difference. Because I need to pass in the prop, select what I'm paying with, and then return it so that it can then be sent up the chain to the server. Set selected payment. Because when I hit pay, I want to perform an action, which will be set selected payment. Because buttons have an on-click function, which means when you on-click it, it on-does an action. Set selected payment. Ugh. Like realistically, it should perform two actions. It should send up the chain. No, that's not right. That's not right. This should be updated every single time it's modified so that when I hit pay, it closes the modal and then it continues the action. But realistically, I want to just save that to the memory bank. Pay button should close the modal and send the socket call. Okay. And let me know if the code's too small. It's fine for my screen, but I'm happy to zoom it in a little bit. So we got my payment tally, which will be a tally of all the payments that has been selected so far. Create energy selector needs to be I first need to make... Oopsie. Hang on a sec. Call from Mrs. Sporp. Burb! All right, duty calls. I gotta go pick up my fiance. Yeah, I guess that's it for the day. Might jump back on, we'll see. But if I don't see you, it's been lovely. And we'll pick this up soon. See you.